Hello, artist. Welcome to the first section of Dusk Explorers project. This week we will do part one. Next week we will do part two. Breaking it up into two sections will help us not get too frustrated too quickly. Today, that whenever we're working on our project, just be patient with yourself. It takes a couple tries in order to get things the right way, and that's why we're using a little bit of our time for that detailed work today. So let's go ahead and get started. You will need white paper. If you have painting or watercolor paper, that would be best. But if it's just a regular sheet of paper from your computer printer, that's best. You will not want notebook paper for this. You need plain white paper, okay? You also need a pencil, and you will also need a black marker. A Sharpie works best because of what we're going to do to it next week. So let's gather our materials and we will take this step by step. First, we are going to draw a large jar near the center of our paper. Notice where the jar is and how large it is in proportion to the paper. Next, we are going to take a look at these silhouettes. These silhouettes are actually going to be the next part of what we put on our paper. A silhouette is basically when a bright background is contrasted by a stark black figure in the foreground, okay? So it's a great activity for us to know how to do. Since silhouettes will be all black, it's okay to begin with stick figures made of lines, and then we can beef them up from there. I like to begin with the stick figure for me personally. I normally start with an oval for the head, then I draw the back, and then down the bends of the leg as one long line. Then and only then do I add the arms and the hands. I'll have the right proportion of the body at that point. Now, once I have a position and proportion of the figure down, then I can go back and add some thickness to that figure. Now, once we have our first figure done, we can start on a couple other more simpler figures. Maybe one other one is one that you would want to focus on. So next, what we want to do is we want to add some trees and lines to this. I would start with the lines first and then add trees first. So want to do a little wavy horizontal line in the background to separate the sky from the ground. And that's whenever we can add trees, bushes, rocks, whatever you would want to your scene. But you want to add some extra wavy lines throughout to give the appearance of some things being close up and the other landscape being far away. This is the last step for this week. Once we get that done, we will be ready for next week. After this is finished, though, put your paper in a very safe place that will not get destroyed or water won't get on it or anything like that. A very safe place so that you know where it's at for next week.